welcome to The Beauty Shaman. So in this episode, I have brought in my friend Lisa Carmen, who is a resume guru. How can they find you? Resume guru. She's a phenomenal resume and cover letter and LinkedIn specialist. I totally love what Lisa does. Sat her in the chair because she's my friend, but she's also brilliant. So what's your website?
ResonatingResumes.net.
Awesome.
And you can find me on LinkedIn as well at Lisa Carmen-Resumes in the URL.
Awesome. And I totally recommend it. You need a resume, this is the person to call. Okay? But today we are going to do a makeup for Lisa's website. She needs to do a video for her website. So we're going to shoot it today. And so I'm doing this tutorial, just how to do Lisa's makeup for sort of more of a presentation type makeup. So I think this is something you all need to know because, you know, whether you're on camera or whether you have an office job or whatever it is, periodically, you just need to be very, presentational. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Mm-hmm. So, but Lisa, tell us, what are your top 3 questions that we can address today?
I have so many more than 3.
I know. Okay.
But one of the things I've always struggled with is applying eye makeup, like eyeshadow, liner, that type of thing, and making it not look hokey or like clownish. I'm just not good at it. Mm-hmm. And I want to have eye makeup that helps my eyes really pop, but that doesn't look funny. I want it to look natural, but still help my eyes come out.
Okay.
So I like my eyes.
Yes.
I just don't know how to show them at their best.
Okay. Okay. That's one. What's another?
I also would really like to understand how to make sculpted cheeks. I don't really have that defined cheek line like a lot of beautiful women do, like you. And I would like to learn how to create that sculpted look, high cheekbones, just for shaping my face in a way that doesn't look so round.
Okay.
And I also need help with lipstick. I tend to have, because I've gotten older, I tend to have bleeding on my lower lip with lipstick. And so I avoid wearing lipstick. And I really like to wear lipstick because it makes me feel pretty. So I would like to learn about that as well. And could I add one more?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. I have very thin hair, and it doesn't have a lot of volume. And I would like some tips and techniques on how to help my hair frame my face better, but still have a professional look.
Right.
Because that's what I do in my work. I work with professional leaders all the time.
Right. Okay, cool. So we're going to cover all those things. If I forget, you have to say, Suzanne, and remind me as we go along. But we are going to cover all those topics into Lisa's makeover today. Okay? Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to just help Lisa's skin just to burst with glee and happiness. I'm going to use the Truth Trifecta. So I love Truth Treatments, my favorite brand. And I'm going to use the C Serum mixed with the Biomimetic Mist and the Hyaluronic Mineral Hydrator, which is going to just make her skin just kind of get that lovely glow. It's going to give it tons of vitamins. Your skin loves this stuff. Okay. So let's just start off. I need you to kind of hold your hands out and help me because I've got more things that I do tabletop. All right, so I'm going to start. I'm going to use 2 drops of the C Serum in my palm. That's all, just 2 drops. Hard to believe, but true. And then I'm going to do 2 squirts of the Hyaluronic Mineral Hydrator. And then 2 of the Biomimetic Mist, okay? The mist helps it get beneath your skin. The dermis layer of your skin really makes it shine and glow and just get that nutritional supplements right down deep. So we're going to just put this everywhere. It does not hurt. You can put it around your eyes.
It smells wonderful.
Yeah,
it's like refreshing.
Yes. Really plumps up your skin, especially before doing makeup. This is a wonderful trick.
And I like that you don't have to use each one separately.
Yeah, just mix it all together. Makes it easy.
Because I never have time.
Yeah. Well, nobody does. And I actually don't use moisturizer during the morning because this is enough for me. Mm-hmm. But that's just me. Okay, good. See how happy her skin is?
It feels happy.
It feels happy. Okay, so I'm going to do a bit of primer. So this is the Jane Iredale Smooth Affair Primer, my favorite primer. Really love this. This also helps your skin. It keeps your makeup on. And it also makes your skin have a lovely glowy look. Okay, so for All right, so for foundation, holy Toledo, I can't even talk. All right, so for foundation, I can't speak today. I'm going to use Jane Iredale, and this is the Liquid Minerals makeup, and it's natural. We're going to use this particular color. And you have to blend it a little on your hand before you apply it. So I'm going to use a blender brush for foundation. Using your hands is awesome. Totally use your hands on your own, but this is not me. This is my friend. So, all right, so I'm going to just lightly blend this in. I really go for a light to medium coverage. I do not go for heavy coverage. For those of you who love all that coverage, sorry, you have to just stop doing that.
I used to really layer it on.
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, that is not good for my skin.
No.
It doesn't look good either.
Doesn't work. So now we're going to do concealer. So your eyes are very similar to my eyes in that you have a little bit of a circle here, and then you've got some puffiness. So many of us have this. That was the big thing turning 50 was suddenly I got puffy eyes. I don't know. It's like a thing. Like somebody plugged me in and it all went to my eye.
At 50. Yes.
Yes. Yeah, it's like whatever. I mean, I go off wine, it's still there. I go on wine, it's still there. It doesn't matter. It's just
wine or no wine.
It's just hanging out. You know what I mean? Like there's certain things that start to hang out on your body when you.
Like, we get puffy.
It's
everywhere,
right?
Yeah.
So all right. So what do we do about this? So one of the key things when you've got puffiness under your eye is you don't want to make that area lighter. So a big mistake women make is they get their concealer and they get 1 to 2 shades lighter, as is the norm, and they put it on their puffiness, and suddenly their puffy eyes are like screaming out even more. So either avoid the puffiness or use slightly darker or match your foundation. That's kind of your options.
Oh.
Yeah. So what I'm going to use oops, let me grab my brand that I'm using here. So oops, sorry, clunk.
No
so
problem.
what I grabbed here is Amazing Concealer by, I don't know who makes this. I guess Amazing Concealer makes this. But this is medium golden. I really love this brand. I've been using this more and more in my videos. I use it on Talent all the time. It's like one of my all-time favorite TV concealers. I can't believe it took me this long to use it on my channel. And I'm going to use it with my finger so I can do a really light application. And I'm going to go right in here. Just going to nuke her little bit of discoloration. And what I love about this is it doesn't set in fine lines. It's just a beautiful concealer. And very light. I put way too much on my hand. That is overdoing it there.
Now, most of them set in fine lines.
Yes, they do. That's why you need, I think it's important to spend a little money on your concealer. Get a good brand. Close your eye for me. I'm going to take this a tiny bit up into her eye. Just to open this area right here. I mean, there's certain, we were talking about this off camera, but there's certain products that go ahead, spend a little money, and this is definitely one of them. You can go cheap on things like blush, lipstick, mascara. I mean, I go super cheap on certain things, but not on that. So this is good. It just kind of took out any discoloration there, but it didn't accentuate the puffiness, which is what I'm really like. Now right here, you see she's got a little bit of darkness. I get that too, so we're just going to touch that. And this particular product doesn't set, it won't set in fine lines. Really love it.
What's it called again?
Amazing Concealer. Yeah. And I think you can get this at Sephora, I want to say, but I could be wrong. I'll put it in the credits. I always put in the credits what I'm using. Okay, so we are pausing during our makeover to sip a little tea because what are you drinking? What is the tea that you're drinking as you watch this video? My friend Tiff, who I've done a bunch of videos with, has brought this to us in our little studio down here. And when these amazing cups. So Tiffany, these are from Morocco, is that right?
Yes, these are one of my Morocco treasures.
From Morocco, the cups. And the tea is this Earl Grey?
Good old Earl Grey.
Earl Grey with a little bit of creamer in it, which I'm so excited about. So let's do our little tea sipping. Yay! All right, so we're going to do a little bit of powder now that we've had our tea. So I'm just going to lightly dust a translucent, very sheer powder. You don't want to do a whole lot. Because I like women, I like your skin to be a little bit dewy. I don't like clothes. I don't like a heap of powder. If you use a foundation powder, just throw it away. Throw it away. I hate them. Okay, so the contour I'm going to use today, I'm going to use a Bobbi Brown product, my new little toy that I just bought. This is medium. And this is a lovely, kind of a bronzer more than a contour, but I like this. I think it's summertime right now. I think it works really well for summer. This has a little tiny bit of pink in it, which I think is really good for summertime because our skin tends to get the little bit of a rosy sun look. Maybe in the fall or winter this might be a bit dark, but I think right now this would be really pretty. So I'm going to use my handy dandy little brush here, and I'm going to tap it in the product and tap my hand just to get the excess off. And we're going to start and we're going to go underneath your chin. And what this does is it accentuates more of a jawline.
I need a jawline.
So this is a great trick. You just want to be sure you're not doing like a line, right? So that's why I go just down, because I don't want a heavy duty line right here. I really want to keep it natural looking, and then just blend that down. And that will really help to just give you more of a jawline. And plus this tends to be lighter on all of us, right? Because the sun hits here and this ends up being lighter. So by darkening that up, we lose that little bit of a light bit and it brings out our jawline a little bit more. We're going to go a little underneath your cheek, so turn your head. So we're going to find the cheekbone and just go a little underneath and blend it in. We're not going to pull it all the way in because I think that will make you look a little like zombie, Land of the Dead.
Let's not do that.
So we're not going to do that. And I'm just going to bring it around because we are adding a little bit of dimension to more of a rounder face. So I love that. And take the high points of your forehead, put it on the high points, just to add a little bit more dimension. But look at that. That really added some shape. Let's go this way. Okay, so that really helped. Like, see how much definition that brought into her face. And it doesn't look heavy or overdone. It doesn't look like Land of the Dead, which I'm glad. Don't want to do that. So I've just really added a lot of shape, which I'm super happy about. I'm also going to use a little bit of this in her crease. So I'm going to add a little bit with a crease brush. And I just like doing this. I think it adds a bit of warmth to the face. I think it blends everything together nicely. This is a really good color for that too. Just kind of lightly covering the lid. Okay, let me see. Good. Time just for walking out the door. Lisa could definitely use this just like that. A little bit of mascara, maybe a tiny bit of lip gloss, walk out the door. Like, this is really good for that. Really easy, very functional.
Sometimes I need easy.
Sometimes I
Easy
know.
and fast.
Us too, right? Like me too. I miss run to the grocery store. What do I look like? I don't know. Okay, so now I'm going to do cheeks, and we're going to go into more of a rosy tone. Kind of the overtone for all of this is going to be rosy. And the reason is this lovely shirt has a lovely cool tones in it, as well as Lisa's website has the branding is blue.
Yes.
Right? So I love that. That's a cool tone. So we're going to stay in cool tones because of that. So if you're doing rebranding for your website or any sort of headshot, really think about things like that in order to have it all work really well together. Okay? So I've got my little MAC Cosmetic palette here, and I'm just going to dab, I think this one right here. We're just going to go with a very light pink right next to your eyes. So I wouldn't bring this too low on you, because the key point, Lisa, on your face is your eyes. You have gorgeous eyes, and I want to bring out your eyes, so that's what we're doing. So I'm putting a little bit on your brow bone, a little bit on your cheek. Yep, that's pretty. Okay, so for Lisa's eyes, we're going to do brows last. She doesn't need hardly anything in brows, so I'm barely going to touch that. But I do want to touch on her lid, because that was one of your big questions, is how to put makeup on your eyes without looking like you've been hit in the head, right? Like
Yeah.
black eyes or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you struggle with that, I would say less is more. Minimalistic is super duper important, and also getting the right color. So we're just going to use one color all over your lid. That's all we're going to do. And the color I want to use is with this Lorac palette here that I have, and it's called Lorac Pro eyeshadow palette number 3. Okay, and I'm going to use this color here. It's called Clay. So it's a lovely, slightly rosy toned eyeshadow, and I'm going to touch this in it. Thank you. Touch it to my hand, close, and then we're just going to put this all over her lid, and I'm just going to blend it very lightly. And this is nice because it has a little bit of pink. We really want to stay within the cool tones on your skin in order for things to pop out. Very, very soft. And really just covering your lid. Open your eye for me. Pretty. So I'm just covering it, not doing anything fancy. Okay, so for eyeliner today for Lisa's eyes, I'm going to use this Fenty Beauty eyeliner pencil, and I believe this is in... All right, I don't know what the color is. I can't tell on the thing. I'll find it and I'll put it down below. But this is a lovely purpley shade. So I'll put it on my hand so you can see. See, isn't that pretty? But I want to be really careful how I use it because otherwise it's going to be way too much, right? As is your problem, you know, looking.
I go way too much.
Way too much. Okay, so can I do this in your waterline? Would you mind my doing that?
Please.
Okay, so I want you to look down, and I'm going to go underneath your lashes here. And I'm just going to run this. Oh, pretty. Okay, look over at me and down. I'm going to run tip to tip. Great. Thank you. That's nice. So that gave a little bit of definition and color without being like screaming, okay? Which I'm super happy with. Okay, look down. We're going to go a little bit. Go ahead and close, actually. We're going to use the same thing. A little bit on the outer edge, just between your lashes.
And you're coming at it from below the lashes.
Below the lashes, yeah. And you just run it between your lashes so that you just get a little bit more density. I think it would be a mistake to try to do too much of an eyeliner on you because you're gonna just look, again, like, you know, Zombieland. So look in the camera. Yeah, that really worked. Got a little bit because your eyes are watering. I'll clean that up. But you can see like how much more thick that made that. It's nice. Okay, and I'm just going to use a slanted brush close, and I'm just going to softly blend that a little bit. Your eyes don't like me around them. Keep watering. Look at the camera. Pretty. I love that. I think that really looks nice. Okay, we're going to do the other one. In the mirror. Okay, so this little bit of plum is super pretty. It just adds a tiny bit of color. But what we're going to do is I'm going to add this little color here, amethyst, and I'm going to use a very, very small amount. Close. And we're going to run that right next to your lashes on the outer edge. And this is just going to add that little bit of color. Because if you go with browns, when you have brown eyes and brown hair, you can get lost. So I think a tiny bit of color is really awesome. Okay, hold this. Is awesome. But how do you wear it so that it doesn't look overdone? And this is how you do it. You just keep it right next to your lashes. Okay, so I'm going to do a tiny bit of the same color. Look up underneath. If you have a lot of redness around your eyes, this is probably too much red. But if you don't, I think Lisa's eyes can handle this. Gara, Maybelline Great Lash. Totally awesome. Gotta use it. Look down, but don't close. Oh, you have amazing lashes.
Thank you.
Wow. These are like, women pay big bucks to have these kind of things. So we're going to do lips now. So we've done eyes, little tiny bit of blush, some contour. Now we're going to do lips. I'm going to go with like a pinky plummy color, but more sheer. I want to go with a sheer. I don't want to go with anything super dense. I'm going to do lipstick first and then lip liner to help keep the lipstick on. So this is a Sean Richards out of London palette. This is a professional palette, but I do love the lipsticks that Sean Richards makes. If you have access to this, I don't know if you do or not. I have to find I actually got this off of a beauty supply store, but I'm really happy with the kickback on these lipsticks. So I'm going to use this color right here, and I'll find out what it is and put it down below as always. So we're going to do a little bit of a sheer. That's pretty. It's just a sheer grape is what we're looking for. Because I think staying in the pink range with you is really good. I would not go towards the warm tones. I would definitely stay in the pinks just to provide color. Otherwise it gets all brown, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're just blending that in. That's really beautiful. And then we'll just use a pinky lip liner. That helps the lipstick. If your lipstick tends to bleed, the real secret with that is lip liner, like really putting lip liner. Also putting foundation on your lips before you put the lipstick on.
Oh.
Helps to keep your lips on as well. And then using lipsticks that are a little bit denser. This will probably bleed more easily because it's more sheer. but a denser lipstick like a matte is going to stay on a lot better. Lip liner. I always start with the bottom in order to line lips, then go towards the top. In order to add some volume, okay, to thin hair, I would recommend getting yourself some dry shampoo. This is by Oribe or Oribe, I don't know how to say it. Great product, totally love this. A dry shampoo is definitely the secret to getting some volume. So what we're going to do is add volume first, and then I'm going to do a little bit of, add just a really slight wave to it. Okay, so we have now finished with Lisa's hair and makeup. So I want to explain before we do a reveal with Lisa what we did. So with her hair, I did a dry shampoo. I did the Oribe or Oribe, however you say that. If you know how to say that, please put that down below. I don't know how to say it. And then I back combed it a bit to give her a little bit of height. Okay. Used a flat iron to straighten and bring in a bit the top layer. And then underneath, we just did very light waves using a flat iron. And I think that is just very sophisticated, takes her a notch up, which she needs for her website, as we all need. And I think that looks very sophisticated and classy. I love it. And the makeup, I love the sheer lips. I think it really works well. It's super like glossy and pretty, and her eyes have a little bit of purple, brings out her eye color. And what we were talking about kind of off camera with Lisa is the fact that with her, it's minute changes. It's not big ones, right? Because the big ones are just going to be way too much for her. So we want to do minute things like putting that little bit of purple on the outer edge is a minute change that really makes a big difference. And her hair is minute curls, not big loopy waves like I did on Tiffany in the previous video. This is all minute changes, but they make a huge difference. So that's what we did.
And not even lower lid eyeliner.
Right. So I didn't do anything on the lower underneath here because it'll pull her face down. It's all on top. Okay? Okay, so let's have the big reveal. Tell us what you think.
Okay. Oh my gosh. My eyes actually, I can see my eyes. They pop out.
Yeah.
And I have cheekbones. I actually have cheeks. Oh my gosh. I love this color lipstick.
Yeah, that's perfect for you.
One of my favorite things too is the hair.
Good, good.
I'm always so worried about curling it too much.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
I love
minute.
the tones you use, the colors on my, my gosh.
Go with the pinky tones. All right, well, thank you,
I'm
Lisa,
excited.
for being my guinea pig. I totally appreciate it. This has been so much fun. Thank you for watching. Please write questions and thoughts down below. Don't forget to visit Lisa's website for help with your resume, social media,
Yes.
LinkedIn, cover letters, all of that.
Executive bios.
Okay, what's your
resonatingresumes.net, and you can find me on LinkedIn at Lisa Carmen-resumes.
Awesome. Great. Thank you so much for watching. Have an awesome day, ladies.
Bye.